Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for attending the DegreeWorks live tutorial. I'm Megan Robison. I'm the retention coordinator here at the State College of Florida. We're very lucky today to have Michelle Morgan from our registrar office to go over and demo for us DegreeWorks. As a student, you're able to access DegreeWorks through your student portal, and this is a fantastic planning tool in order to help you go from square one to completion for your degree in planning classes and answering any questions about what's required of you. So from here, I'm going to allow Michelle Morgan to take over and guide us through what it looks like on the student end of DegreeWorks and how you can access this and use this tool in planning your classes. So Michelle, go ahead.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to go ahead and switch my screens here, so bear with me. All right, so first we're going to talk about how to access DegreeWorks, and then we'll talk about how to interpret your degree audit, then how to run a what-if audit, and then lastly go over our GPA calculator. So in order to access DegreeWorks, you'll first want to go to the State College of Florida website, and in the top right corner is a blue tab labeled My SCF. You'll want to click that tab. Now it may ask for your login information. Go ahead and use your SCF credentials. If you need any assistance with logging in or resetting your credentials, please contact our SCF help desk. Next, you'll want to hover over the Student tab and select Student Profile New. Again, you're going to select Student Profile. Now, if you've never been to the student profile, it's a very useful tool in your academic career. It contains lots of information about your academic performance. It also has links to apply to graduate and register for classes. But today we're going to focus on links for DegreeWorks. On the left-hand side, underneath your student profile picture, you're going to see two different links. They both say degree evaluation. One is labeled catalog prior to 2014. And one is labeled Catalog 2014 to present. DegreeWorks is under 2014 to present. Now, if you are a returning student or somebody who may be in an older catalog, you're going to be using our CAP degree system, which will be under this link. But for this tutorial, we're going to focus on DegreeWorks. So we're going to click this link here, Degree Evaluation Catalog 2014 to present. Now, the first thing you're going to see is your default audit. It's going to show your first declared major and a header with all of your customized information. If you are in more than one major, you can use this drop-down box right here to switch between your programs. That's the quickest and easiest way. Now, at the top here, you're going to see your name, ID, your assigned advisor, GPA information, transfer information, if you have any registration holds and what those holds would be, your assigned catalog year, your program of study, your academic standing, any organizations that you may be a part of, any external degrees, as well as graduation status toward the end of your academic career. There's also this useful degree progress bar. This gives you a % completion toward your degree progress. And this % completion is basically calculated by looking at all of the requirements that are laid out in the degree audit and showing how far you have come in the completion of those requirements. So Maverick here, his first major is the AA. So it's going to jump immediately into his AA degree audit. The degree audit is pretty simple. It's laid out in a series of blocks. At the top, you have your most broad requirements for your degree, and then it gets more specific as you scroll down. So you can see for this AA block for Maverick, it's telling him that he needs 60 credit hours for his degree. And here it's giving him advice on how many hours he needs. Also, you can see GPA requirements as well as institutional requirements. And then here you can see that the AA degree is made of 3 blocks. So Maverick needs to complete the Florida State Requirement block, the General Education block, and the AA elective block. Now you can click on these links and go directly to those blocks, or you can scroll down. So let's look at the international requirement block. Here in the description, it's telling Maverick that he needs to take 6 credit hours from the following list. On the right-hand side, it says still needs 6 credits in, and then it lists all of the course options that he can take to fulfill that requirement. If you're interested in looking at information for these courses, you can hover right over the course. It'll give you the course name as well as the credit hours. An asterisk after the course indicates that that course has a prerequisite. If you want more information, you can click directly on the link for that course. It will give you any prerequisite information as well as a description for the course, and it will show you every single time it's scheduled to be offered in the future, so you can start planning out your coursework. But let's continue looking down at the audit. On the left-hand side is a legend. This tells you how to read the audit. A green checkbox indicates that a requirement has been fulfilled. A blue box means that the requirement is in progress, and a red box means that that requirement has not been fulfilled. Here you can see the general education requirement, breaking down each area: communications, math, science, and so forth. Your general education block, and then your elective credits. Now, if you have any credit that doesn't count toward your degree, it will appear here in these bottom blocks if you have credit that doesn't count toward that specific degree program. Now, there are some useful things to point out here while we're on this home screen. You can save your degree as a PDF as well as print your audit using this box right here. You can also view a sequential listing of your entire academic history by clicking on this link here labeled Class History. So let's look at a what if audit. On the left-hand side, you're going to see a link that says What If. So what are these audits used for? What if audits allow you to look at all of your coursework completion if you were pursuing a different degree or program. Also, if you are in the pre-baccalaureate program, meaning that you have applied toward one of our bachelor's degrees, but you're not yet accepted, you'll need to run a what if audit for that degree program and submit it with your application. And these are the steps for doing that. Now, what you'll want to do is select the catalog year for when you're going to enroll in that program or apply to that program. And then you can pick any program that you might be interested in pursuing. I'm going to go ahead and pick the BAS in Supervision and Management. Now, you want to wait to make sure that this loads here in major. Sometimes people are super fast and they could beat the system, so make sure you do give it a moment there. And for this program, it also requires a specific concentration. So I'm going to go ahead and pick International Business and Trade, and then hit the Process What If button, kind of in the top middle area here. So again, you're going to see a very similar layout to your default audit. You're going to have a header. It's going to list what if in the top right. You have your degree progress bar. So if Maverick were to switch from the AA to the BAS in Supervision and Management, he would already be 21% complete with that degree. It starts with the same exact formatting, your general requirements at the top, and then your more specific requirements at the bottom. And then actually in this audit, because there is a concentration, you can see that it customized the audit to bring in that concentration in the bottom. So now let's go ahead and look at the GPA calculator. So this tab right here, GPA Calc, you can click on this tab and it gives you 3 different calculators. I find that the graduation calculator and the term calculators are the most useful. So the graduation calculator helps you predict what you might need to hit certain GPA points. So it's going to drop in your current overall GPA. You'll put in how many credits you have remaining. So let's say that Maverick has 30 credits remaining. He's in the AA degree, which requires 60 hours, and he would like to increase his GPA to 3.2. You can calculate and it will give you some advice. So here if he wanted to increase his GPA to a 3.2, he would need to average a 3.25 over the final 30 credit hours to graduate with the desired GPA. So this is just a great calculator to kind of get GPA goals in mind and look at what it might take to hit certain markers. The term calculator allows you to see how performance in certain courses in a term might impact your GPA. So here we have that overall GPA dropped in again. The credits earned so far is dropped in automatically. And then any courses that you may be enrolled in will appear right here. You can go ahead and put the names in. So let's say that he is enrolled in American Government, which is a 3 credit hour class. And he's also enrolled in ENC 1102, which is another 3-hour class. And Maverick thinks that he's going to get a B in American Government and let's say a C in ENC 1102. Well, he can hit calculate. And if he earned these grades in these classes, at the end of the term, his GPA would go from a 3.15 to a 2.94. So if you want to see how your GPA might be impacted by a specific one term at a time, you'll want to use that term calculator. Well, that's the basics for accessing DegreeWorks, interpreting your audit, running a what-if audit, and also using the GPA calculator. I'm happy to answer any other questions that you might have. Go ahead and use that Q&A box and type in those questions. I do want to add that the DegreeWorks platform is a great tool in order to track your degree progress, but we highly encourage everybody to meet with their academic advisors. Academic advisors can create custom plans for you and help you to select the correct classes to enroll in and give you recommendations. So feel free to set up an advising appointment. And if you need any assistance with setting up an advising appointment, please let us know in the Q&A box and we can reach out to you. But let's turn it over and I'll answer any questions that you guys might have.
Thank you so much, Michelle. This was an awesome tutorial. I appreciate it. We do have a few questions from students that I'd love to run by you. So one of the questions we just received is a student wants to know if they are able to run an audit, not including their current registered courses.
That's a great question. So if you want to see your progress to date without seeing any courses that you've enrolled in, the first thing you'll want to do is go to What If. And then there's 2 tiny boxes here, one that says Include in-progress classes and one that says Include pre-registered classes. If you uncheck those boxes and then put the degree program that you're in, so 1819 AA for Maverick here, and hit Process What If, you're going to see a what if of the program that you're enrolled in without any registered courses. Are there any additional questions?
Yes, Michelle, we have a few more coming in. So we have another student who wants to know if they can register for classes using DegreeWorks.
Oh, another fantastic question. At this point, we don't have that feature, but that is something that we're developing. If you were looking to register for your courses, you can, of course, use the DegreeWorks tool to research what the courses are about and look at when it's offered. But what you'll want to do is actually use the registration tool in the student profile. So I'm going to go back here to the student profile. So if you were interested in registering for classes, underneath your student profile picture, you can click right here under Registration and Planning. And then you can use the Plan Ahead feature if you'd like to build a schedule before registration opens. Or you can do Register for Classes right here if you'd like to go ahead and register. And again, Megan and everybody in the Student Solutions Center team would be happy to help you with that. So if you need any help, just reach out to us in the Q&A.
All right, Michelle, another question we have, and I get this question a lot from students, is how do they know if transfer credit that they have is received? Will it show up in DegreeWorks?
Absolutely. So where you're going to see your transfer credit is right in the audit itself. So let's use Maverick as an example because he does have transfer work. So you're going to see it by scrolling through the audit. Any course that is a transfer course that counts toward the degree will appear right in the audit itself. So here we can see ENC 1101 is a transfer course for Maverick. He took this course at Kent State University. So right here is how we know that that's a transfer course, because it says where the credit came from. You might also see transfer courses brought in as a pseudo course listed as TAA 9999 or another pseudo course. This basically stands for Transfer AA Elective Credit. And then here you'll see again where that course was taken. So that's how you'll know that the transfer credit was brought in. Now, if you do have transfer credit and it doesn't count toward your degree, you're going to see that transfer credit brought in again toward the bottom of the audit, and it will be under either courses not used or maximum credit, and so you should be able to see any unused or courses that do not apply at the bottom of the audit.
All right, Michelle, another question, and I think you covered this briefly, but if you could go over it again, that would be wonderful. A student wants to know how they add classes to a plan.
Oh, perfect. So let's go back to the student profile. We're going to go to registration and planning. Right here is the plan ahead feature. So if you click on the plan ahead feature, oh, we got to log in. We timed out there. You can select any available terms for starting a plan. So let's say that Maverick was looking at fall 2020. And then you can click create a new plan. And here's our search tool. You can actually search for courses. So you can look by subject, which are our prefixes, course number, keyword, subject and course number. You can use the advanced search, and you can search for those courses and then add them to any plan that you might want to build.
Thank you, Michelle. All right, we have another question. So one of our students says that they would love to know if they can take a look at the classes from their associate's degree that they've currently earned and see how they would count in a potential bachelor's degree with SCF.
Yeah, the what if feature is perfect for that. So just like Maverick here, Maverick is working toward his AA. He could also have completed his AA, but all the credits he's ever taken at SCF or any credits you've ever had brought in from another institution will appear here in your degree works. So if you wanted to see what credits you have from a prior degree would count toward a different degree, you're going to want to use that what if feature. So again, you'll click on that what if, and you'll put in a catalog for when you would be enrolling in that program. Pick any degree that you might want to pursue. I'm going to go ahead and pick AS Nursing. And then wait for it to load here in Major. Hit Process What If. And then you'll be able to see all of the credits that you've ever completed and how they would fit into that other degree program.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Another question from a student is, will it show what professor is teaching a course if I click on a course example in DegreeWorks?
Yes, so it will show what professor is assigned to that course, when the course is offered, and you can also do that in the planning feature as well under the student profile, so you can find that information in both places. Now, sometimes they don't know who is going to be teaching that class yet, so there may be a placeholder there or not an instructor listed yet. But keep checking back and you'll see an instructor eventually. But if there is one, you'll see that instructor name appear next to that section.
Thank you, Michelle. I wanted to remind our students who are tuned in right now that if you do have any questions, in the top right-hand corner of your screen, you will see a chat feature. You are able to ask us any questions through that chat box. So Michelle, right now, we don't have any more questions, but I'm going to give our students just a few more minutes.
Absolutely. Great questions so far.
All right, it appears that those are all the questions for right now. Students attending this DegreeWorks Live, you'll be able to see all of these questions in the chat box even after we end the live. And we also put our contact information in the chat box as well, should you have further questions that you think of after the live is over. And we've also put Michelle's contact information in there as well. But Michelle, would you like to go ahead and give out your contact information?
Absolutely. So if you have any questions regarding any technical things with DegreeWorks, go ahead and email degreeworks@scf.edu. If you have questions regarding your degree progress or what classes you should be taking, feel free to make an advising appointment with the advising team. If you do have any questions for me, I am in the office of the registrar. My email is morganm2@scf.edu, and I'm happy to help you or connect you with somebody that can assist you.
All right, Michelle, so we had a few more things come in. For any students who are on this live DegreeWorks presentation, yes, if you missed some of the presentation, that's okay. We record the entire presentation live, and so we're able to send it to you. You can email studentsolutions@scf.edu, and that email is also in the live chat, and I would be more than happy to get you the link. Michelle, another question that we have is, will I be able to see what requirements I need for my degree once I transfer? So I think that what the student is asking is, will they be able to see if the requirements we have here at SCF will translate to the credits they need when they transfer to a different school?
That would be most closely tied to our plans feature. This plans feature in DegreeWorks is currently in development. Right here underneath the plans tab, you can actually set what you're going to take every single term at SCF, and we do have preset plans of what you should be taking at SCF to complete your degree and transfer to other schools in particular, especially a lot of our programs where we have established partnerships. I would highly recommend that you reach out to an academic advisor. They can help you set up a plan in DegreeWorks and help you with that transfer path. So if that's what you're looking for, contact advising and they can actually customize something for you that can help you maximize your credits.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michelle. Again, DegreeWorks is just another awesome tool to help you plan so that you graduate SCF successfully. However, like Michelle said, please make sure that you're meeting regularly with your academic advisor. Again, if you're not sure who that is, you can always contact us at studentsolutions@scf.edu, and we would be happy to let you know who your advisor is. Michelle, thank you so much again for your time today. Again, if you missed some of this webinar, please feel free to email us and we'd be happy to get you the link. Have a wonderful day, everyone.